Doc Loves the Kids, a local Kitsap County nonprofit organization established in 2015, whose mission is to provide activities, programs, and community support for at-risk youth.
They put the U in community.
Doc Loves the Kids.
Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy.
We give you the courtesy of conversation
That's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm D-Mac.
I'm Wesley.
And this is the show. Don't forget to like, listen, subscribe. Make sure you give us that thumbs up there or thumbs down. Either one works for us. Man, so I want to start off with what's going on here in Oregon. Oregonians have reacted angrily to a taxpayer-funded scheme that doles out $30,000 for non-legal migrants to buy homes but excludes U.S. citizens. Hacienda Community Development Corporation, a Latino-led group in Portland, says in a promotion that it will give first-time home buyers up to $30,000 to get on property ladders. But there's a catch, the advertisement says. The scheme is only for people who are not American citizens. It is instead open to refugees, asylum seekers, green card holders, and those who arrived in the U.S. illegally as children, the Post says. And it says, Oregon State Representative Ed Dale is among those to say he's appalled at the scheme, which he said was funded through the state's tax-funded Economic Equity Investment Program, the EEIP. He says, we have a severe housing shortage in this state. I'm appalled that the hard-earned, limited tax dollars of Oregonians are being used to prioritize home ownership for certain non-U.S. citizens here in America.
This sounds like a company. Let me see. EEIP received $15 million at launch and was allocated another $8 million this year. So I'm like, so that particular group didn't get all that money. So they only got a certain amount of money, you know what I mean, to actually do what it is that whatever it is they're doing. So I mean, when people go out for grants, pretty much, say I'm allotted $10 million for grants, I might give either say I'll give 10 grants of $1 million to 10 different organizations, or I can give $500,000 grants to 10 different organizations. They might only have so much money. Say they only have $300,000.
Yes.
They can only give 10 grants out to people, which I understand people are still mad about it. They're like, oh, you know, oh, these people are, they're giving money to migrants. They're giving money to people who came here illegally, but they're all pretty much citizens, correct? At this point in time.
They're illegals.
They're not illegals right now. You're no longer an illegal. I mean,
no, it says that's what it's for. It's for all the people. You're not a citizen yet. You know what I'm saying? It says it right here.
What does it say exactly?
Yeah, it says it's instead open to refugees, asylum seekers, green card holders, and those who arrived in the U.S. illegally as children. So that's DACA.
I mean, so they have a really good reason to be mad about that. Yeah, period, plain and simple.
Yeah,
I think people do. I mean, those funds could go to
for them.
Yeah, those funds could definitely. I wonder who allowed that. That's how I look at it. Who gave the thumbs up on that one?
Don't, like you say, sir. There's enough for everybody. No, there's not. People in Oregon it's hard enough for us here. Think about it. I have to go to the hospital and lie who I am, so I don't have a bill later on.
Hey, man, look, this is how I really feel. I mean, honestly, like I said, they're only going to get so much money. They didn't get the $15 million fully. They probably got only a certain amount of it.
It don't matter if they got a certain amount, sir. They're still giving it out to people that aren't. Think about it. You're not a citizen. You get $30,000 to buy a house. Yeah. You buy the house. You get some family members to help you fix that house up in a month, and then you flip it for more money. Then you take that taxpayer money and you go right back to your country.
Yeah, they definitely. I mean, then they said something about Californians doing something like this too.
Yep.
Open a $300 million home loan scheme just to migrants, people who are not American citizens.
Yeah,
it's a tough one to
think about it. And this
to
is what
come
the
back.
Democrats said wasn't going to happen. This is on the Democrat watch. This is what they're doing. This is the great replacement, folks.
I'm not gonna go that far and say all that.
Hey, man.
I think at the same time it also. I mean, there's not a lot you can say about that shit. They really should be trying to help people who live here and. First and foremost, I believe that too.
All our money to
There's not a lot you can really say about that. I'm not saying the foreign country thing. I do not agree with that.
What do you say about the movie Hook? He's like, what about Shmee? That's what I'm saying. We struggling out here. I just paid $4.58 for Supreme gasoline.
You can't. But what you can't do is turn this into some
my Maserati
to like this is just some big scheme in order to be able to, you know.
No, but this is where it's starting. You know what I'm
We're
saying? They're already
starting.
getting, think about it. No, it's not where it's starting. They're already giving them housing and food stamps. Remember, in New York, they're stepping over them. They even shut schools down so the people can have, hey, your kid has to go learn remotely because these people that don't even bother to speak English are here and they need.
It's not they don't bother to speak English, man. They just came here. They don't just so happen to not speak English.
Bro,
right
I'm not going to go to French and not say, hey, Moshe Barari. That don't even mean nothing in French, but I'm going to still try it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be like, hey, sir.
This is all I really got to say about it. No, I totally understand. I get it. This is a tough one. There's no defending this shit right here at all whatsoever. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you can't have anything where it's not open to American citizens, especially if it's paid for with American tax dollars. But at the same time, what I would say, there is a need for immigrants in our country.
Yeah, but not getting free housing and free food and all that. Look,
and when at the same time, look, okay, these are just, he said, first time home buyers up to 30,000 to get on the property ladder. So look, so that means they have to come in here and they still have to qualify for a loan. They're not just giving them the home loan. It's $30,000, bro.
Social Security number to qualify for a loan. They're just giving them the home loans. They ain't got no Social Security number.
They're not getting $30,000. You're not buying a house $30,000.
These are Democrat-funded programs.
You're not buying whether a Democrat or Republican. We don't know.
You know the Republicans ain't giving you $30,000 for who? For what? Hell no.
But what I am saying though is it's only 30. It's basically a down payment.
Only. That's a lot. Man.
It's basically a down payment.
I know single mothers of 3 because their husband passed away because he was murdered on the fields of Afghanistan that could use that money.
They probably they probably already got a loan from the.
They don't.
What kind of loan? They give those kind of loans already, man. What are we talking about here?
Them. They're like, hey, you that no speaking English. Here's $30,000 so you can have a home.
Like I said, this is what I will say. At the end of the day, it's just a down payment. You know, that's how I look at it. And if they have to qualify for the rest of the loan. And a lot of times people who do come here, they're coming here like you got to have a job for a certain amount of time. A lot of different stuff.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
You do.
I mean, shouldn't you have to have citizenship for a long time?
I mean, shit.
Yeah, the Democrat policies right here are spitting in the face of tax-paying citizens here in America. First they did it in New York. Now they're doing it in California. Now they're doing it in Oregon. Washington, they're just going to take your home. They'll be like, hey, we think this migrant family will live better here.
We need more information on this. This is crazy. Hacienda Community Development
violent.
Corporation. We got to figure out who the hell that is and where they're from.
It's a Latino-led group in Portland.
Yeah, this is out of control right here.
They're giving it to the people that look like them.
They shouldn't. That definitely should not be allowed to happen. But do you know there's different kind of programs where it's only for drug addicts, only for this, it's only for that. I understand they're only citizens. They're still citizens. I get it. But they still have like caveats to them where certain people can't qualify for.
Well, I mean, you don't want to give a crack seminar and a heroin overdose seminar to somebody that doesn't do it. Just like you shouldn't be giving taxpayer-funded money to somebody that hasn't paid tax yet.
You know what, man?
They came in here, gave them food cards, money for whatever, and be like, hey, go up to Oregon, you can get a house.
And there's, like I said, there's not a lot I can say about that, man, because at the end of the fucking day, man,
they're going to buy a house and a Tesla.
That's ugly right there.
That's horrible.
I can't lie about that.
That's a Democratic policy right there. And that needs to be held up and talked about before this election. Because what are we voting for? Because, I mean, as black folks, we ain't voting for nothing. But what about the rest of us? You're going to give them 30. I mean, there's people right now that can't get homes because BlackRock is outbidding them, and you're giving $30,000 to migrants.
You see what Kamala Harris just came out and said, we're going to give $25,000 to first-time home buyers in this country.
And this is what she's talking about, the migrants.
She's not talking about the migrants. She's talking about in this country, man. We're not going to take that route right there because she did not say nothing about migrants in this country. She's talking about citizens.
You know what's crazy? Everyone talks about taxpayer-funded money. They should make us take one of them U.S. citizen tests. We should take one live.
Man, I'm not.
We ain't passing it. No one's passing it.
You want to do it?
Yeah, we should one day. Yeah.
Not today, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, one day we should.
All right, we'll make that happen. We'll make that happen.
They'll be like, what are the 3 branches? I'll be like, oak?